Hey everybody, it's Carrie the Paper Monkey. Thank y'all so much for dropping in to this hashtag Bolo Books. What is that hashtag actually? Uh, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back, thank you for coming back. Let's jump into this book. I was so excited to find this book. I've seen other creators use images out of this book, but I didn't have a full appreciation for it until I found my own copy. And I did find it thrifting, and I have already cut from it. But I thought it was significant enough for all you Winnie the Pooh fans out there. If you're looking for images that are unique, full matte pages, and very significant weight paper, this is the book you need to go find. I don't know, look for it in your thrift store. Find it where you can find it the least expensive. I don't know how much it retails for. I have no idea. But, go put an eBay search out for it. Because, like I said, if you are a Winnie the Pooh fan, you want to create with these images, this is the book that you want to do it from. Let me just do a quick flip through. I'm not going to keep y'all long. First of all, the fly pages are absolutely adorable. I mean, look at this illustration. The stories in it are just delightful. Let's see how big the book is. It's pretty substantial. The book itself is pretty substantial. Let's see. So 11, 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11, full-size sheet. You can use, however you want to use, but, I mean, look at these. Look at that illustration. The illustrator is Andrew Gray. Did a fantastic job. An absolutely beautiful job. All the pages are this off-white, creamy color. The fonts is pretty typical, kind of looks like a Times New Roman, but these are the fonts that I liked up here. Every page has the chapter title at the beginning. A variety of sizes of images. So if you look at this image, for example, it's like 5 inches tall, 6.5, almost 7 inches wide. And then you have these images, which are 3 by 3.5. Yeah. And of course, you can cut them down to whatever you need it to be. Just keep that in mind. That was one of the hardest things for me as a new junk journaler. I'll be honest with you. One of the hardest things for me as a new junk journaler was not to cut the image. I have never had an issue cutting up books. I know that there are some folks out there, and there may be some folks watching who don't agree with that, and I get it. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I have never been one of those people who felt like I was desecrating. Is that the right word to say? That may not even be the right word. I never felt like I was doing harm or disrespecting a book, its author, its illustrator, by cutting up the images, because my purpose and intent is to give the image or the book more life in the end. That's how I see it. You can call it justification if you'd like, but that's what I do. I give this book, these images, a new audience to see these. So, it's just kind of how I look at it. Anyway, not getting off on a rant there or anything. Look how precious. The illustrations are not as, look at this Christopher Robin face. Isn't that adorable? They're not as cartoon-like as your typical Winnie the Pooh illustrations, but they still are, if that makes sense. But they're just, I'm in love. I am absolutely in love with this book. I'll tell you one thing right now. I can't believe I didn't hoard this book. But when I got home, I immediately started cutting out images. Immediately. I never do that with a book. Not even like my Granny Chic book that I absolutely love. My Granny Chic. What's the other book that I love? I have several favorites. What I would typically do is I typically went out and bought another copy that I could cut from. Yeah. My Edith Holden, my Granny Sheet. I have 2 copies. One that I look at, one that I cut from. This one, I don't have another copy. I do have a search on eBay for another copy, though. But they're expensive. I think, and that's all relative. My expensive may not be your expensive, but I just don't, I just don't like to pay a whole lot for books. I just don't. But this one I may make an exception for. I mean, look how sweet that I can't get enough of these images. And it just inspires me so much to create. We did a live yesterday, and I know that's irrelevant in YouTube world. Yesterday was whatever. But we did a live yesterday, and I'll link that live for you if you want to go check it out, where I created some ephemera using these images. So if you're interested in seeing that, you're more than welcome. But look at this. Look at this little font here. I just love it. And the stories are precious. They are precious. Yeah. Whole book. I think, let me tell you how many pages. I'm going to take this page out and use it for stamping later because I want to do some stamping later. But this, like I said, the weight of this paper, it's it's not as heavy as like card stock, but it's heavier than copy paper. So it's a very good in between, but this is very good for stamping. And especially with this weird transition there, I know I had to cough and take a sip of my coffee. And since I slurp, I figured y'all didn't want to hear me slurp. Look at this image, how cute. Yeah, pages. I was going to give you a page count. Well, you can see there's 109. So 109 total pages, and every page has an image. Every single page has an image. Every single one, absolutely delightful. Well, I guess this is not, it's an image, but it's not like that image. So I guess I shouldn't have said every page has an image. Most of the pages have an image. I love to take these. Let me see what's on the other side of it. I love to take these and take my scallop punch. Let me show you real quick what I do. You may want, this may be helpful to someone. I'll take like this is a 2.5 inch scallop. And I will just take, of course, I make sure there's nothing on the opposite side that I'd want to use. And on this particular one, there's not. See how it's not going to go all the way where I need it to. I'm just going to cut that. Cut a little bit of this out. I'll cut a little bit of that. I might not have gone down far enough. Let's see. Nothing like an on-the-fly tutorial. And there you have a perfect little scallop. Isn't that fun? Other creators, I saw somebody do it, and I'm sorry, I would give them credit if I remember to, but that was a long time ago, and I just thought that was the most ingenious thing I'd ever seen in my life. Probably Carla Frizell, if I had to guess, because she is the one who turned me on to these books and these images. Like, look at this Tigger. How cute is Tigger? How sweet is Tigger? He's not that typical bright orange, but he's just as precious. This one, again, look, this Christopher Robin, Pooh with his bib. I cannot get enough of this book. This Christopher Robin's pretty. The jam jars. Or the honey jars, actually. Honey jars. Oh, the wind. Oh, this is so cute. There's so many things you can do with the images in this book. Tigger is unbounced. That's funny. Tigger is unbounced. I'm going to do that as a hashtag. Carrie is unbounced. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm just going to flip through each one so you guys can get a better idea of what, we looked at that one already and that one. Yeah. I really did. I thought that these were so significant that I just had to bring it to you. Bedtime stories from Winnie the Pooh, adapted from the stories by A.A. Milne, illustrations by Andrew Gray. It's a young readers. Here's the ISBN. Let me show you the ISBN number on that. Fairly new book, right? Oh, it has a whole collection. Look, the collection contains 4 classics. So maybe those are, oh, look. Oh, no, this is the stories inside this book. Okay, that's the stories inside this book. I was going to say there are more books like this. Maybe there are. Let's see who the publisher is. I wonder if it tells us. Surely it does. Okay. This edition was first published in Great Britain in 2007 by Dean, an imprint of Egmont UK Limited. Well, Egmont, I guess, is the publisher. Egmont UK Limited, 2007. I loved it. Absolutely. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this hashtag Be On The Lookout books. It has been a little while since I've done that. The host and creator of this hashtag is Angela the Traveling Crafter. I'm going to make sure and link her below. Please go check out her channel. She's got several books that she's done over time of Be On The Lookout books. I'm going to let you go, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I do hope that whatever it is you get to do today or in the next few days, it is at least as much fun as I had sharing this Winnie the Pooh version with you guys. Thanks, and we'll chat soon.